Imagine waking up one morning, checking your bank account, and discovering an unexpected $9,100 deposit from the Social Security Administration. Sounds like a dream come true, right? Well, for thousands of Social Security recipients across the country, this scenario has become reality due to a massive database glitch within the SSA's payment systems. But before you start planning how to spend this windfall, there's something critical you need to know. This money might not be yours to keep, and ignoring this situation could lead to serious financial and legal consequences down the road. Today, we're diving deep into this developing story that's affecting Social Security beneficiaries nationwide, and what you absolutely must do if you've received one of these erroneous payments. The Social Security Administration recently confirmed that due to a significant database error, approximately 65,000 beneficiaries have received incorrect payments averaging around $9,100 each. This glitch, which occurred during a routine system update in late February, has resulted in nearly $600 million in overpayments being distributed to unsuspecting recipients. The question on everyone's mind: what happens now? If you're one of the thousands affected by this technical error, do you get to keep the money? What are your legal obligations? And most importantly, what steps should you take immediately to protect yourself? Let's start by understanding how this unprecedented error occurred in the first place. According to internal sources at the SSA, the glitch stemmed from a coding error during the implementation of a new payment processing system designed to streamline benefit distributions. The update was supposed to integrate with existing databases to ensure accurate payments, but instead, it triggered a cascading error that resulted in duplicate and inflated payments being sent to tens of thousands of beneficiaries across multiple states. What makes this situation particularly concerning is that the error wasn't immediately detected by the SSA's internal controls, allowing these incorrect payments to be processed and deposited into recipients' accounts before officials could intervene. The timing couldn't be worse for many Social Security recipients who have been struggling with rising inflation and increased living costs. Many beneficiaries who discovered these surprise deposits initially thought they might be related to cost of living adjustments or retroactive payments they were owed. Some recipients have already spent portions of these funds, believing they were legitimate payments. This raises a troubling question: what happens to those who've already used the money for necessary expenses like medical bills, home repairs, or other essential needs? Will they be required to repay funds they no longer have? According to legal experts familiar with SSA regulations, the answer is complicated. When overpayments occur, the Social Security Administration is legally entitled to reclaim those funds even when the error was entirely their fault. However, there are provisions in place that allow for waivers in cases where repayment would cause undue hardship, or when the recipient was not at fault and acted in good faith. But here's the crucial part that every affected beneficiary needs to understand: you must take proactive steps if you want to request such a waiver. Ignoring notices from the SSA or failing to respond could result in automatic recovery actions, including reduced future benefits or even more aggressive collection measures. So what exactly should you do if you've discovered an unexpected large deposit from the Social Security Administration? First and foremost, don't spend the money if possible. While it might be tempting to treat this as a windfall, legal experts strongly advise setting these funds aside until the situation is resolved. Documentation is your best friend in this scenario. Take screenshots of your bank statements showing the deposit, save any correspondence from the SSA, and keep detailed records of when you noticed the overpayment and any actions you've taken since then. This paper trail could prove invaluable if you need to request a waiver or negotiate a repayment plan later on. The next step is equally important: contact the Social Security Administration directly. Due to the widespread nature of this glitch, the SSA has established a dedicated hotline specifically for addressing these overpayments. Representatives are available to verify whether your payment was affected by the glitch and to guide you through the appropriate next steps. While phone wait times have been significantly longer than usual due to the volume of calls, making this contact is crucial to establishing your good faith effort to resolve the situation properly. Have you received any notification from the SSA about this issue? If not, don't assume you're in the clear. Proactive communication is essential regardless of whether you've been officially notified of the error. For many recipients, especially those living on fixed incomes, the prospect of returning $9,100 is daunting, if not impossible. Thankfully, the SSA has indicated that they will be offering flexible repayment options for those affected by this glitch. These options may include extended repayment plans with minimal monthly deductions from future benefits, partial waivers based on financial hardship, or in some cases, complete waivers for those who demonstrate that repayment would cause significant financial distress. However, qualifying for these accommodations typically requires submitting formal requests and providing documentation of your financial situation. Another reason why prompt action is so important if you've received one of these erroneous payments. The repercussions of this database error extend beyond just the financial impact on individual beneficiaries. This incident has raised serious questions about the security and reliability of the SSA's payment systems. In an age where digital infrastructure is increasingly vulnerable to both technical malfunctions and potential cyber attacks, how confident can beneficiaries be that their payments will be accurate and consistent in the future? The Social Security Administration has assured the public that they're conducting a comprehensive review of their systems to prevent similar errors from occurring again. But for many recipients who depend on these benefits for survival, that assurance offers little comfort in the face of such a significant breakdown. Congressional oversight committees have already announced plans to investigate how this error was allowed to occur and what measures are being implemented to prevent similar incidents in the future. Several lawmakers have called for additional protections for beneficiaries affected by administrative errors, arguing that recipients shouldn't bear the burden of the government's mistakes. There's growing support for legislation that would create stronger safeguards against overpayment recoveries when the error originated entirely from the administering agency. Could this incident be the catalyst for meaningful reform in how the SSA handles overpayments? It's possible, but any legislative changes would likely come too late to affect the current situation. It's worth noting that this isn't the first time the Social Security Administration has dealt with overpayment issues, though the scale and concentration of this particular glitch is unprecedented. In fiscal year 2023, the SSA reported approximately $10.8 billion in improper payments across all its programs, a figure that represents about 1% of total benefit distributions. Most of these overpayments occurred due to changes in beneficiaries' circumstances that weren't promptly reported or processed, rather than system-wide technical errors. The current database glitch represents a different kind of challenge, one that affects a large number of recipients simultaneously and stems from a fundamental technical failure rather than case-by-case administrative issues. For those who have received these unexpected payments, the psychological impact shouldn't be underestimated. Many recipients report feeling anxious and confused about their legal obligations and potential financial consequences. Others describe a sense of frustration at being placed in this position through no fault of their own. Mental health advocates emphasize the importance of seeking support if you're experiencing significant stress related to this situation. Remember that you're not alone in facing this challenge, and resources are available to help you navigate both the practical and emotional aspects of resolving this issue. Have you considered reaching out to community-based organizations that specialize in assisting seniors and disabled individuals with benefits issues? Many of these groups are now offering specialized guidance related to this specific SSA error. Financial advisors are recommending that affected beneficiaries take this opportunity to review their overall financial situation, particularly if they're facing the prospect of returning these funds. This might be an appropriate time to evaluate your budget, identify potential areas for adjustment, and explore additional assistance programs for which you might qualify. For those who are struggling to make ends meet even before factoring in the repayment of these erroneous deposits, programs such as SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, LIHEAP, Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, or state-specific aid initiatives might provide valuable support during this challenging period. Have you explored all the benefit programs available to supplement your Social Security income? This situation serves as a reminder of the importance of having a comprehensive understanding of the assistance options available to you.